So you must be having a strong core team as well in terms of engineering, marketing, and support and all that.
We don't have like I mentioned, our focus is not doing large projects. So we have a good sized team. But the good thing about the team, like I said, because the culture is so strong in our organization, attrition is very low.
Right.
So the first employee of Chartered in 1983 still continues to work for us.
That's testament to the
first engineering employee of Chartered continues to work with us.
Wow.
So attrition is very low in our organization.
Right.
So the core, the culture is very strong there.
Sure.
You maintain that by ensuring that the culture filters down, and even like for example, I'll just give you a small example. My sales staff. Most often, what you would see is the sales staff keep jumping from one organization to another organization after 2 years.
Absolutely.
Because they would have said something just to make a sale, and then when it's time for delivery, they want to kind of jump into another ship. But my sales staff has been there. Some of them have been there with me for 13 years, 14 years.
Wow.
Okay. So a lot of customers are like shocked sometimes that you're still there. I said, because what we believe is that what we tell the customer is what we deliver. So as a salesperson who's a frontline talking and representing your organization, he or she knows that what they say is going to be delivered
at the back end as well.
So they are not scared on, if we say this, will they deliver it? Will it not be delivered? Whether it's time of delivery, whether it's the quality of the product, whether it's a specification or any other aspect of the real estate product. Legality is something we take immense care so that the customer who probably is making the biggest investment of his life is not paying the price later. So we take a lot of care to ensure that legally we are clear in every aspect.
Sure. How about CREDAI, Bimal? I think you guys were also among the earliest members or the founding members of CREDAI as an organization.
So not the founding members, but my father has been part of CREDAI he's been the past president of CREDAI Bangalore. And he continues to be active. And now he is not active he's of course active, but not with a certain position, but he's more involved in the national level of CREDAI. So something that, CREDAI, I think the good thing about CREDAI is you start building a good fraternity and also you start learning from others. There's a lot of interlearning that happens, sharing of information, understanding what he's doing or understanding what another developer is doing and stuff like that. So my father's been very active all these years. And even I'm part of CREDAI. I was initially very active in the youth wing. So CREDAI started a youth wing a couple of years back. And I was very instrumental in setting up the youth wing in Bangalore and bringing all the second generation developers together. Now we have a very good, bond between all the second generation developers. And it's great.
That's very nice. So can you tell us something, you mentioned about the crisis in 2008. So would you say, how would you compare that with what we are in currently? I mean, we came in with masks and we still have our masks, but it's certainly a unique event, right? Nothing that none of us have ever seen before. So what has been the Charters Group response to COVID, and has there been any impact? If so, what? If you could just give us a brief idea. So how you guys have dealt with it?
Again, so going back to what I started off saying, that we always focus on delivery. We always focus on not doing many projects, but doing good projects. Right? So that is why every time there's a slight slowdown in the market, we are in a position. I'm not saying it's not affected us. It affects everybody. You can't. I don't think you can be shielded from that. But whatever the effect. Now it's COVID. It was Lehman. In another 10 years, it'll be something else. It will be something else. Right? It's a natural cycle that happens. If you're going up, it will be. There will be a downfall. It typically happens once in 10 years. COVID is something that happened after 10 years, but again, if you see 2012 was a bit low, and then again 2021. 2020. So
between 8-year cycles or so in Bangalore.
Between 8 and 10 years, depending on many things that are happening around the world. But COVID happened after 8 years, but also it's something that's never happened before.
Exactly.
So it's like a lot of things put together. But if you see, I think Bangalore, one thing is that all the developers, the bigger ones, the smaller ones, everybody's focused on delivery. And you'll see that there were no huge delays of any developers as such. And there'll be one odd cases. You can't generalize it. But as a market, if you're looking at it, you didn't hear any horror stories. Which means that every developer, including Chartered, has been very, very careful in ensuring what kind of projects they launch, not going really berserk in that sense. And we are very careful as a group. So we finish projects. So even when the sales were down, our focus was, okay, sales will come, but I don't want to delay it. So our projects. So we focus on completion of the project. We put in extra effort. That means putting extra money, extra people there, and ensuring the project's finished. So that's why post-COVID, when the recovery started happening, we had ready inventory which got absorbed really fast. Whereas probably somebody had said, hey, the sales are not great, so let's slow down the construction. And this is something that we've learned over the years. Because customer confidence comes when delivery happens.
On-time delivery, right?
On-time delivery happens, people are happy. Yes, there will be some issues, but overall, are they happy that the project is delivered? Yes. That is when you really build your reputation and build credibility for yourself, build a trust from the customer because you deliver. When the markets weren't the best.
So would you say that it has been more or less like a V-shaped recovery post 2020? Obviously, we had the first quarter.
I wouldn't comment on that right now because I think it needs a few more months to really determine whether it's a V, whether it's a W. We don't know yet, to be honest. So I wouldn't comment on what kind of a recovery.
So far, up until now.
But up until now, developers who've had good inventory, developers who've had a track record of delivery have seen good sales. Whether it's public limited companies, private companies, small companies, big companies, not differentiating, everybody's seen good. And in that, if you have got some track record over past decades, then you're getting extra. So that's why we've seen a very good, you would have heard prior, premium villas are not going, they're slow, there's overhang of this many years, there's a higher level of inventory, but all our villas got sold. Even when the lockdown happened, I was selling. I had not planned for it. It was just a sudden, it was March 25th last year that the lockdown was announced.
1 year anniversary.
It's the first year anniversary of the lockdown. Everybody was in shock. And we didn't know what to expect, what was in store. So many unfinished works. But it was just something that probably was necessary for the country to curb this crazy virus. But even then, we managed to sell. Why? Because of a track record. Why? Because of trust. Why? Because they understand that we have delivered.
Absolutely. They can completely count on you.
So like I said, we want to always manage everything so that you know how to deliver a good project. That's the end goal always. For example, if you see in the past 1.5 to 2 years, you've seen a lot of A-grade developers actually look at layouts in Bangalore. Whereas in the layout, the process of aggregating land is a much longer. So it's the best time to buy a home. From my point.